Welcome to our YouTube channel again. This is Ethan Coles from Codes Training, and today we're gonna do another deassembling process for a Bang & Olufsen product. Today we're gonna look at the famous Beosound Century. It's also called, I think it's in the US or in other countries, it's called Beosound 2000. The Beosound Century in Denmark, what you call it here, is actually a CD player, and it also is a cassette player. It also has built-in tuner, so you can hear your FM and also AM. The Beosound Century has the famous glass front, like the Beosound Voiture and Beosound 3000 and 3200. It has a motion where you wave your hands, it's opening up the glass door. Here you have the control panel when you can choose the tape or the record function, also a different functionality. This one is the Mark II version. The Beosound Century has two versions. One with the plastic black front with the CD, and this is in polished aluminium. Is very indicated as the Mark II version. The Beosound Century has been manufactured from 93 and all the way up to 2004, and the long production has also indicated that the product has been upgraded in two versions. Beosound Century is designed by the famous designer David Lewis. David Lewis has also made a very nice job, has produced a very nice product for us. The colors are only in black, but you can change the cabinet finish or the front cloth to green, red, blue, yellow, and gray and black. And you can also customize the fabric by your own. I can show you how to do it, maybe in another video. The connections. The Beosound Century has some different connections. We can flip the product upside down, and you can find the AUX input is right here, and the main cord is here, and you can also get a stand to this one. You can have a stand right here in these positions, and this plastic is using for the wall bracket. So you're gonna use these two wall brackets, and you're gonna use this one to align them. And we also have, I think you can buy the accessories where you can have antenna. You can screw these out and replace it with the antenna. And we have the FM input here, and we also have I think that's it. There's no more inputs on this one. The Beosound Century weighs 12 kilos, and the dimension is 75 by 47 by 17. It's a big product, but has a great sound into it. And yeah, today we're gonna deassemble it. I think we should start with the front glass. So it's very easy. The front glass is actually loose, so you can just put it aside and remove it. So the glass is only holding by this metal thing, and it will slide in this between area. You can just replace it if you want. So let's put the glass aside, and let's try to see if we can remove the front grill. I think we should lay down the product, and let's try to remove. There are some screws we need to remove. 2 screws on each side here. So I'm gonna remove the screws, and I'm also gonna speed up the process and see what wins. So we have finally removed the screws, the 2 screws on each side, and let's try to flip the Beosound Century. And let's try to remove the front cover. Sometimes it's very tricky to remove it, but it can be tricky sometimes, but try to work around the product and do it nice and easy. And here we go. Here is the first one, the left side. And do the same thing on the right side. Just try to push it in this direction and it will go off. Here we go. And if you need to recloth the fabric, you can watch my video about the Beolab 8000. You can use the same method, but the Beosound Century, you can actually remove these two hinges here, and you can get it in separately, and you can recloth them very nice. Here's the Beosound Century without the front cloth. On each side we have woofers, and we also have a tweeter. And over here we have the transformer board. The transformer board can be adjusted, but in the two main voltages in Europe and also a US version. Over here we have the door mechanism, and here's the amplifier unit. On the Mark 1 version, the amplifier unit can be different, but I think we should also make another video where we are gonna do this DSM process for the version 1, so we can actually see what the difference is. And we also have, there's not too much in here, but let's try to see. Let's start with removing the woofers and the tweeter screws and see if we can remove that first. So let's speed up the process and do that. We have finally removed the screws. We can just remove the tweeter unit, and the tweeter unit is basically the same. It's looked like this. Yeah, it's very common tweeter for Beolab products, but we also see in the Beosound products. So yeah, and let's also remove the tweeter on the right side. And when we're gonna open the Beosound covers, not the Beosound Century covers, we can see the damping issue is also appearing on this product. So let's also try to remove the woofer. Here we go. And here is the woofer. Looked like this, and we also have a part number here. I'm gonna put it here. So we also have removed the woofer, and we can see the bad foaming issue also is facing the problem in the Beosound Century. If you have a Beosound Century, I will highly recommend you to just open it and remove the bad rotten material inside this product. So yeah, it's very sad that Bang & Olufsen has used this type of product, because the air moisture goes inside this foaming damping material and also causing damage to the woofers. But it's not that critical, but I'll just recommend you to do it. So out with this. We have finally removed the speakers units, the drivers out from this from the Beosound Century. I think we should move on to remove the disc and cassette player. So let's try to remove the screws around the product. There's 4 screws on each side, and let's try to do that. We have now removed the screws, and let's try to see if we can remove the complete control panel. And the control panel is only has one cable here, and look like this. And I think we also have a PCB board here. I'm not sure we can remove that, but let's just see if we can leave it at this and this product is sold like this. So also let's try to remove the cassette player, display, and I think this player also has a mounting issue here, but let's try to see if we can remove it. Here we go, it's coming off. I think this is fixed. You know what, let's try to remove the door mechanism. I think the door mechanism and the lift up mechanism for the clamp is in one piece. I think we should do that. Let's remove this one. So I have just removed the screws around the motor for the clamping and the door mechanism. I think we can just lift it up, but here we go. Here is the clamper with the mechanism, and you can actually upgrade this one if you have the first model, and you can have a nice aluminium front if you want. Here, and here is the motor. I am not recommend you to open this one because it can take a lot of time to deassemble it again. But here is the complete door mechanism and the motor for the clamper. As you can see, we are digging deeper into this product. Right now we should be able to remove the amplifier unit. The amplifier unit is on the right side. Let's remove the screws and see if we can remove it. And here we go, let's try to lift and remove the cables. Here we go, and let's also remove all the cables here. And here is the PCB board 2. We also, I think this is the complete amplifier unit. Later on, we're gonna remove the cooling pad and install it again. And let us do it right now. We have now removed the screws, and we will be able to take the cooling pad. And let us try if it's like this. This needs to be lined here, and see if we can screw them. So we just need to screw the cooling pad into the amplifier board again, and let's do that. And here is the final result. The cooling pad has been installed, and I'm a little bit unsure what this is because it was like this. I don't know what this is. I never seen that before. But here is the PCB board 2. So next step will be we're gonna remove the sensor. I'm a little bit unsure what sensor this is, but I think it's a door sensor, and this is the ER sensor here. Let's remove the door sensor first. And here we go. It's the PCB board 20, and this is the I'm not sure, but this is the ER sensor. Door sensor for the door mechanism. So let's try to remove the CD and see if we can get the CD out. I just removed these two screws. It is not necessarily the CD is only holding by 2 springs. The springs are located underneath here. Let's try to remove it first. Here we go, and also remove all the cables. And here is the complete CD drive, and it's working on the CDM12. It's very common Philips driver, like this. And yeah, here it is. Next step will be we're gonna remove the the PC board 89 is also for this Philips driver, and it's very easy to remove. And remove the cables, and this one is coming with this CD board, and we have the 89 from also, I think this is also from Philips. So let's try to see if we can slide up the computer. This is the heart for the Beosound Century. Let's try to remove, I think it's slide in, but I'm a little bit unsure if we can do it right now. Let's try to see if we can remove the cassette player. The cassette player is only holding by these two screws. Let's try to remove these two screws and see what we end with. So we have removed the screws, and let's see if we can, oh, we are missing one. Here we go. And let's try to see if we can remove it. Here is the front cover. And see if we can take it out. So let's see if we can remove this cable, and here we go. Here is the complete cassette player for the Beosound Century. Look like this. And if you need to change the belt, you can do it here, and yeah. So let's try to see if we can remove this board. Remove all the cables. Here we go. And this is the PCB board. I can't remember this one. You know what? I will also put this in the video on this side. What PCB board it is. We're gonna figure out. And also let's try to see if we can move this one. No, let's try to see if we can remove the ER sensor. Also just slide in. And there are no PCB board number on this one. Here we go, look like this. And let's try to see if we can remove some of the cables. Okay, for remove this board, we need to remove these two screws. Go, let's try to see if we can remove it. No, there's also one screw. One screw is hiding here. And let's try to see if we can remove it. The cable is going underneath here. And let's try to see if we can remove this cable. And here is the board. I think this is for the FM board. There's no PCB board. I think this is not the PCB board too, but this is the FM board for the Beosound Century. Let's try to see if we can remove the microprocessor. Let's try to cut this strap. And let's remove all the cables. Part where I remember we should just be able to lift up the... Let's first remove this one. And move the cables here. And also cut this one. And remove this plastic. Here we go. get rid of all the cables. Ground. Go. So we have finally removed all the cables from the microprocessor. The microprocessor has also in 2 versions. Should be able to move it up, but sometimes it can be very stuck in here. Let us wiggle it. Not coming off. Here we go. Here is the PCB board 3. And it has a tape on. I don't know what it is, but here it is. PCB board 3. The main processor, microprocessor. So let's get rid of all the cables, but we can actually remove it because it's going underneath here. Some of them. All the ground connections. Yeah, let's just leave it here as it is. So next step will be we're gonna remove the transformer board, the big one. Let's remove all the screws around. We have now removed the screws. Let's first remove the cables, and let's try to lift it up. Going in here and remove the cables. And I'm also let's try to see if we can remove the cables. I think we need to cut this one because I don't know how to remove these 2 core cables. The core cables is going into this area, so let's just cut it. Other one. And here is the main transformer board for the Beosound Century. Next step, we're gonna remove this line. Let's try to see if we can slide it off in some way. So to remove the slider, there's holding by 2 screws. Let's remove them. Here we go. Let's try to lift it up. And here is the door slider. It's very dusty. It definitely needs some new oil or something like that, but it's moving nice and freely. So next step is we're gonna remove. Let's remove these 2 springs are holding the CD driver. Put here. Let's try to see if we can remove this one. We have now removed the screws, and here's the PCB board 10. Look like this. And let's try to see if we can remove the last PCB board. Let's remove the cables first. Here we go. And this one can be very tricky to remove because I can't remember how to remove it. It's moving freely around. I think you need to go up here. Here we go. And here is the PCB board 5. Look like this. And if you want to remove this big metal thing, you can bend these straight and you'll be able to remove them. So we are actually done for today. We have removed all the parts inside the Beosound Century. You can actually remove it more. We can remove these I don't know, the cabinet for the the speakers, but we're gonna leave it as it is. So yeah, so let's remove all the parts and let's clean up the table and bring up all the parts. So we have finally removed nearly all the parts from the Beosound Century. We have the clamper, CD clamper here, look like this. We have the transformer. The transformer, you can change the voltage if you want. There's a diagram how to use it. We have the control board, control panel board, with the PCB board inside here. We have the glass, front glass. We have the two covers. The covers can be separated, and you can actually get it apart and recloth them if you have interest in that. So here we have the board. I'm not sure what board this is for, but I will investigate it and put it on the screen. Here is the FM board, where the input is. Here is the amplifier module. I think it's the biggest amplifier module in series, because it's very big. It's bigger in the Beolab 4000. Here is the cassette player. The microprocessor. ER receiver. And the CD player. Like this from Philips. And we have the PCB board, the 89. We have the door sensor, PCB board 20, and we also have the PCB board 10. I think the relay, and here is the PCB board 5. And we have the tweeter and the woofer. And we also have the door mechanism and the clamper in one. It's very nice build actually. And we have the cover for the cassette player. And we also have the motion for the door front glass. So this was a complete deassembling process for the lovely speaker Beosound Century. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will follow my channel, thumb ups, give a like on this video, and see you next time.